Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of St. Pauli Rising. Now guys, we are swimming in inconsistencies. I apologise. I can't believe I just said that. Anyway, right, let's get straight into things because we actually only had, what was it? Well, we have 4 games this month, but obviously one is the game today against Hannover, which, believe me, is massively important. I think the problem for us, mainly, has been our inability to kill off the game, and just by playing better than teams, but not winning games, and that is frustrating to watch, but I'm not sure what we can do. I think we need to improve. I actually don't know. I genuinely don't know. Basically, our first game of the month was very annoying. Away at Heidenheim, not an easy place to go, that is for sure. However, I felt like we were value for something from the game. Like, okay, like they definitely, as you can see, have more shots and more on target, but of course we did have Nerik sent off, which didn't help, but that was only with 5 minutes to go. They did have a couple of chances in there, but it was just a little bit disappointing to see us create some. Well, actually, no, we didn't create anything either, particularly, but they managed to put away some chances that weren't quite so clear-cut, and I think that's something we need to start doing. They had a good old game. If you look at their average rating, they were very, very good. We were better in passing, but they were much, much better at tackling. They were right in there and winning tackles, and I think that's probably where we lost this game, was in the challenges. We weren't strong enough into tackles, that they really wanted it. And it was a shame, because I felt that a win against Heidenheim here, away from home, tough one, but that could have really set us up for a push, especially since we had 2 unbelievably tough games coming up. In fact, 3 if you count the one we're playing today. In our next game, this was so close. Like, I couldn't believe how close we came against Kaiserslautern. Top of the league and flying. Like, we were genuinely great. We couldn't get a lot of possession, so I tried something a little different. Soren Gunter actually put us in ahead, but very, very quickly, Erwin Hofer was able to equalise for Kaiserslautern. Around about 10 minutes to go, I decided to try going a bit more direct, because my assistant's always banging on about it, and I figured, why not give it a go? And it worked, to a certain extent. Long ball thrown in, and Jonathan Lecourt with an absolute rasping. It was the best way I could describe his shot would be a thunder bastard. It was just dong, straight in, fantastic from about. I dread to think how far out. Unfortunately, we got not irritating. It was just one of those things that happens where we didn't react quick enough in the end. Unfortunately, shot came in. Goalkeeper dives for it. Doesn't hit. It doesn't get a chance to make the save because it comes off the defender. It comes straight back to the same player, and unfortunately, from the edge of the area, he was able to slot into an empty net. We created better chances, but they took more chances than us. Their passing was much better. Tackling, we were much more up for it today, which was good to see. And we were better in the air. I think we were unlucky to draw this one. We really should have won, but it's one of those things, and it's a shame because it really would have set us up given what we did in our next game, which was to go away to Sandhausen, who, as we know, are a decent side. They've been struggling a little bit as of late, and yeah, go there and actually do something. We were very, very good against Sandhausen. It may not look it, but we genuinely were much better than them. I'm fairly certain that we created all the decent chances in this game. We can check in a minute now since I found the stats menu. But Artur Sobiek's 2 early goals put us into a nice lead, and then when Tim Kister was sent off on 50 minutes, it was just a case of, right, well, we can just chill. Yeah, look, 3-0. All 3 of our shots on target were decent chances. We could have had more. They were really not very good. They were from far out. So, yeah, I think we were definitely deserved of that win. Which brings us to today. But first, obviously, we're going to take a little look at the league, and it is Jesus. We've got 3 matches to go, and I really don't think we're going to be able to get into that 3rd spot. I really don't. Like, had we beaten Heidenheim, we'd have been right in there and had a really good chance. But I just think with 3 games to go, with 3 points behind Hannover, like, we are playing Hannover today. So if we can beat them, there's still a chance for us, because the likes of Bochum and Dusseldorf have actually managed to screw up. They were at 1 point behind us. No, 2 points behind us with 2 games in hand. They actually only got a draw from those 2 games. So they're right back. Yeah, and Sandhausen are out of it now. Apologies. Yeah, so it's basically between us, Hannover, and Bochum, and maybe Dusseldorf as well, actually, what we're talking about, for that 3rd place. I think Kaiserslautern and Nuremberg probably are going to be top 2. Although, you never know. I mean, I think they will do. Though Kaiserslautern are away today against Aalen. You'd think they'd win that. And Nuremberg are at home, I believe, to 1860. Looking at us, so we're at home to Hannover, which is a massive chance for us. Bochum are at home to FSV, so you never know. And we're at Dusseldorf today. Dusseldorf are away at Karlsruhe, so, you know, away game. You never know what can happen. Let's just take a little look at the squad. It has, of course, been pointed out to me that well, the reason that Kunze was appearing in our goal scoring was, oh, except he's not now. That's so weird. I can only assume the reason he was in here is because he was playing for our second team, but was actually in the first team at the time, and now that's why he was shown as on the filters. But what I didn't understand was why he had 12 goals. He's a right back, and our second team is awful. So a little bit strange, but hey, whatever. Sobiek is our top scorer with 13 goals, and our top assist, well, that's Rakowski with 10. So that's awesome to see. Man of the match, Sobiek. Pass rating, Tribal, excellent stuff. Yellow cards, of course, Nerig with 11 and 2 reds. I don't know what to do with this guy. We may need to look into it. If we can get ourselves up, we may need to look into another right back. As good as he is a liability. I don't know why. What is his stat like? What is the stat that's causing this? Aggression 17, bravery 15, determination 16. He must have a sort of like hidden trait though of like dirty player or something like that, because there's no way in hell he'd get booked that much just because of those stats, I'm sure. So we may have to look into moving him on if we... Oh, it's such a shame though, because he's a good player. It's just so annoying when he does that. Abraham's still our top player, and he's actually won, I don't know, he won an award. I don't know what it is, because it was like, I can't unfortunately speak German very well, if at all, so it was hard to know. Right, let's get into the match preview screen. Let's, without further ado. So yeah, we have 3 games to go to basically save our season. There's 1 game today, and the next episode will be featuring, obviously, another LiveCom, which will be the last game of the season, which we'll talk about in a sec. Hopefully, we can come up with a massive win today. I think this is a good system. We liked playing against this one. You see, we've only lost 1 game in, like... so frustrating. But just one of those things. We didn't create anything either. We didn't really deserve to score against Heidenheim, but they didn't really either. Dauber has picked up a knock, though, and he's going to be out for a little while, so we're just going to do a quick pick. I think that means that... No, see, this is the thing. I think that I'm going to start Jonathan Lecourt today, because he's been bugging me, and unfortunately, you know what it's like. Kenyete is back, but he's not fully fit yet, so that's going to be useful for the last couple of games of the season. Yeah, so that is about that. Basically, my only... something I found that worked a little bit is if we go more direct passing sometimes in games where we're just, if we go behind and we're not really doing that well, or if we're in front, and it just seems to do a little bit. But it's something we need to work on over the summer more than anything. I need to try and come up with a sort of backup tactic that has all this sort of stuff trained into it from the beginning. That way it doesn't go too much down in the fluidity when they actually get that kind of situation. We need to get this win. This is huge for us. If we lose, if we lose against Hannover today, that's probably it for us, because that would move them 6 points clear of us with 6 points left. Our goal difference is better than theirs, I think, but even with that, they'd have to lose both their games, and we'd have to win both of our games, and then hope that the other teams around us also screw up. This is crucial for us to win. It's actually more vital than I realised. Okay, so let me just make sure I've got the right exploit the flanks. No, we're at home, so we can look for the overlaps too. That seems to work well for us with our decent fullbacks. Right, let's get straight into this game. Come on, guys. We've got the league table up in the top left, that way you guys can see how things are progressing throughout the day, since everyone is playing today. Sobiek winning the ball quite high up the pitch and whips it out to Yati. If he can get a decent cross, well, that's a good try. That's the sort of play I like to see. It's a little bit jumpy so far, guys. I'm sorry about that. That's surprising. Usually it settles down quite quickly, but there we go. That's better. Schmiedebach, which is a great German name. Go and win the ball off him. There's 2 guys around him, and yet he still manages to keep the ball. Come on. I know you're set to not close down too much, but when you're right next to him, you've got to put a tackle in. Stieber. Oh, I thought that was going to be another one of those goals. Well done, Marcel Halstenberg. Schauner really is slow to get up. Has he got like a lazy bastard trait or something? Because that's a great ball into Sobiek. We've got it on short passing, by the way, and yet we're still hitting balls like that, so it's interesting. It might come in handy later on when we maybe have to switch to a sort of more route 1 sort of. Yeah, and Hannover have had 2 shots in the opening 3 minutes here, which is a little worrying. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come in this game, and it's just the way things have started off, and to tell you what, it looks like it might well be. Somebody mark up, good clearance. Rakowski, go on, break away. Sobiek's in here, just play it down the side. There we go, good ball. Now, somebody needs to look... Oh, Sobiek's not really the best out wide, but if you can find a decent cross, that'd be awesome. Whips it in. Oh, Yati! Oh, God, that was so close. Decent chances and Pauli. This is what I mean. We get decent chances, and we can't put them away. I mean, that was a tough one. It was a really tough angle for him. But still, he should be doing... Oh, that's poor. That's really poor. Should be doing better than that. And we need him to do better than that. Nuremberg are actually winning today. And that means they were going top temporarily. In 11 minutes in, there's already another highlight. I'm just going to check, guys, that I haven't got this on extended highlights. No, I don't. Okay. Halstenberg, can he whip one in? Whips it in. Görlitz! And again, another save. And this is what I mean. 2 clear-cut chances now in the first 10 minutes, and we cannot put them away. Like, we just... It's frustrating to watch because we're creating decent chances, and it's just, I don't know, we just can't seem to put them in the net. And, oh, there you go, Dusseldorf are winning their game. Stieber, and again a good clearance by Hoffman. Schmiedebeck, and, oh no, oh, well done. That is some unbelievable defending there from St. Pauli, and that's a good chance for Hannover to go in front, but they've not put it away either. Oh, if you could have turned a bit quicker, there was an opportunity there, and that's a really poor ball put through by Sobiek. It's been quite an entertaining few minutes of this game. It's just nothing has really happened. Andre Hoffman is now injured for Hannover. That will hopefully help us out a little bit. Is he important? Another highlight, Halstenberg, Nerig, both on the same side of the pitch, which is interesting. Ilsanker, back to David Abraham, who's been an absolute star for us this year in a season that's been a little bit underwhelming. Nerig to maybe whip one in, whips it home, and it's... yes! 1-0 St. Pauli, Artur Sobiek, and it's about bloody time. That's our third clear-cut chance of the game already, and that is a huge, huge goal for us, because that would put us up into third in the league, and actually would only put us 3 points behind Nuremberg if things carry on the way they're going. If Nuremberg were to screw up today away from home, or are they? If one of those teams were to screw up today, there was always the potential that St. Pauli could start to creep up on them. I don't know who we're playing in our last couple of games, but I'm pretty certain that this is our last really tough game. Fairly sure that the next 2 games, home and away, against a couple of the lower sides in the league, and this looked like an absolute, oh dear, that was a clusterfuck, but we'll take it. 1-0, and Artur Sobiek, who else? And this looks like the sort of game that's going to have a lot of highlights in, so hopefully we can get a couple more goals. And we beat Hannover last. That's a great ball across from Yati. Nerig on the right-hand side now drops it forward to Görlitz. Görlitz is going to try and run the defender. Can he whip across? And he can! Sobiek, that is 2-0. 4th clear-cut chance of the game, and Artur Sobiek has been brilliant lately. 15th goal of the season, and St. Pauli are 2 up here against Hannover. Our tactic is working superbly. I don't even know. Oh, wow. It was great work from Görlitz to get around his defender, committed himself poorly. Great ball in from Görlitz, and Sobiek is there with the great finish. 2-0 St. Pauli. Now, the key thing here for us is to get to half-time at 2-0, and Karlsruhe are beating Dusseldorf. That is lovely for us to see. And, oh, it's 3-0 now. What I don't want to see right now is them getting a goal back before half-time, because 2-1 in the second half, that is... Please don't let him shoot from long range. Oh, Jesus. Like, I know we're set to not close down very much because we don't want to get pulled out of position, but surely they can't score that many goals from long range. I mean, it wasn't that long range, was it? It's more likely that Shauner's rubbish. Topoke, it's a good hit, it's a decent hit, but it's really unfortunate for us because we've been so good in this game and 4-1 up on clear-cut chances. But this is what I mean. We need to get more... We need to be more consistent with our finishing. We need to take those chances when they come. We could have been... I think we should at least be 3-1 up. The Yati one at the start was a little bit more of a tough challenge to actually score, but I think that Görlitz should have scored his header. So, at the moment, not bad. I don't want to overdo, like, the changes because we're actually doing okay in this game. I might go long ball a bit later on because we do have a big target man in Artur Sobiek, and I may bring on Antti Budimir later on, although maybe Sobiek could get his hat-trick. I really don't want to see this game get pulled back against us. We're 2 goals. We were 2 goals to the good. Should have been more. And, oh, they've got a player called... Well, it's Rurker, isn't it? But still. Gunter. Now, I've got to stop saying whipped. Nuremberg are losing at home to 1860 Munich. That is gorgeous to see. Yati outside to Sobiek. Oh, there we go. 3-1 St. Pauli, and Artur Sobiek has a hat-trick. Get in there. And look at this now, though. With Nuremberg losing at home to 1860, suddenly there's a chance that we could maybe latch onto their coattails and get automatic promotion. Thanks to the great goal difference we had. Yati's such awareness here to drop this down for Sobiek, and he's all alone. Still, through a crowd of bodies, and it's 3-1 to St. Pauli, and Artur Sobiek has a hat-trick. We're back to our 2-goal advantage now, so I'm quite comfortable with the way we're playing. Karlsruhe are beating Dusseldorf again. 4-3, that looks like an exciting game. We definitely deserve to win this game, there's no doubt about it, from the way we've played. Nerig now. Cool, 4-1 would be superb. Wrap up the match, and then we can make some changes. If we can wrap it up right about now, that would be so good. Rakowski round the corner, perhaps? Yeah, he does find Yati. If Yati could whip a ball in, maybe Sobiek for a 4th goal? Whipped across. Sobiek! No! Görlitz! 4-1. Oh, what a day this is for St. Pauli. Everything's coming up Pauli, and it's about bloody time. That's our 5th clear-cut chance of the game, so I'm pretty pleased. It's a good ball in. I thought Sobiek was about to score here, but it was good defending, kind of from Amaro. But there is Görlitz at the far post, and that is 4-1, and that is game over, surely. Even we couldn't screw this up now. So what I'm going to do is, we're just going to wait till oh dear. Oh, Bochum are blasted in winning. even when we're having a good day, there's still things that can go against us. That is a great ball out. Again, Hannover look like they're going to get torn to pieces on the counter-attack here, even though we're not playing counter-attacking style. Maybe we should switch to one, who knows? Although I don't really think our system suits that style of play. Uh-oh, don't get drawn too far out. And going to, he's put the big tackle in, but they're going to whip this over to the left-hand side, and this is going to be probably 4-2. Rankovic, Dust, good stuff, good save. Tough angle. I mean, it's a clear-cut chance, but it isn't really, is it? And Hurtner's actually, I think he's hurt himself during a foul. We'll take it. Right, let's make some substitutions here, since we're 4-1 up in this game, and we could really do with just relieving some pressure. So we're going to bring on Tribal for Ilsanker. Or I tell you what, Kenyete, give him a chance, give him a run out. I'm going to bring on Wesley Sayed as well, but not as a target man. I'm thinking... Screw it. If he wants to play as a poacher, we'll let him play as a poacher for a little bit. We've got 4-1 lead in this game. I really don't think we're capable of, even we're capable of screwing this one up. So I've not pressed spacebar. But I will, for example, just tell them to concentrate, just in case. Just in case anyone feels like being a little bit of a douchebag and screwing things up for us. Right, there we go. So I hope we don't get any injuries now as I've done a triple substitution, but I really did want to get Kenyete some game time. If we can get him match fit, that's much, much better for us. I guess Bochum being in there isn't awful, because it does put a lot more pressure on the likes of Nuremberg. And Karlsruhe 5-4 up there, that's unreal. It's a hell of a game. We've not really done much since the substitutions have happened at all, have we? The new guys don't really seem to have made much of an impact, but I'm not really that bothered, and there you go. Bochum are 2 goals to the good in their game. And, come on, close it down. That was a bit poor. I think we should have been first to that ball. There's no need to not close down loose balls. It's the defenders I want to worry about. Stieber. Please don't go 4-2. Oh, there we go. Hausenberg wins it. Down the side, maybe? Down the wing. But Yarti's actually going to get across his man here. Well done, Ishmael. He can run like crazy. And here he comes. Run past one defender. Down the left-hand side. Can he get a ball in? Oh, that's cleared. Where was the highlight? I'll take it. Whatever. We're 4-1 up. I'm not going to knock it. Tribal. Maybe he can knock it forward? Does for Nerig. Nerig to have a pop-up goal, maybe? He's got a good shot on him. No chance. But hey, 4-1 at home, goal difference time. That is gorgeous stuff, is what I like to see. We're still a point behind Bochum, but we do have 2 games to go, and they're against slightly easier opposition. We've actually done okay. Winning away at Sandhausen, draw against Kaiserslautern, and now this win over Hannover is a massive result for us. That is a claw. Happy with that. Sobiek, well done for getting a hat-trick, mate. That is lovely stuff. Very, very pleased with the performance there. That's the sort of thing we need to see more often. We just haven't, and it's been disappointing to watch, really, because we've deserved better than these games have been giving us, basically. But we're in there. We're still in there. Let's just quickly go back to the main screen here. For once, we actually took our chances, and I felt like we were due a chance to take our chances. And now that with Sobiek playing as well as that, maybe we can have a little run in our last 2 games. We're going to just check who our last 2 games are against. I'm pretty certain they're against sides that are definitely not in the top 10. I'm pretty certain that we've got a home game against the higher side and an away game against the lower ranked team. That is the hope anyway. This has gone dangerously slow. Now, I hope it hasn't frozen or anything, or else I'm going to be stuck here commentating for the rest of eternity. Let's just have a little drink while that's doing that. Whatever that is. I don't know why it's taking so long. Right, let's just see. Right, so there we are. In 4th place still. Better goal difference than Bochum. More goals scored, which is always good to see. I don't know who they've got in their next game. In fact, let's just check this stuff properly. So we're away at FSV, so that's going to be tough. But I think we can win that game. We're at Bochum. They're away at 1860, who have just beaten Nuremberg away from home. So that could be potentially a banana skin for them. As for Hannover, because they're really the only other competitor we've got now. Where are they? They're at home to Braunschweig. Braunschweig aren't bad, so you never know. I think if we could probably all win those games. I think it's going to come down to the last day, and Bochum are at home to Nuremberg. That is going to be absolutely... That could actually be brilliant for us. And we're at home to Karlsruhe, who are just outside the relegation places. And what about Hannover? Away at Kiel. Okay, so they're probably going to win that. I think there's a chance for us, because I think that last day Bochum could actually end up beating Nuremberg, and in doing so allow us to overtake Nuremberg and sneak into 3rd spot. Or Nuremberg could beat Bochum and the same thing will happen. Or they could draw and we could overtake both of them. So there's a lot of potential in that last game. I think if we can win our next game away at FSV, going into that home game against Karlsruhe, that's going to be a toughie. But that's going to be a hell of a LiveCom. I might do an extended highlights LiveCom for that one or something later on. So yeah. That is that, guys. So yeah, if you like what you've seen in this episode, please feel free to drop a like on it, and if you've liked it even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more awesomeness like this, and some obviously Portsmouth and some Pauli in your inbox every single day. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the LiveCom, which will be against Karlsruhe. Bye bye.